Shalom. First off and foremost, I would like to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostle, great millstone, GMS, for teaching us this truth and that we well. Peace and salutations to the elect out there, spreading this word in sincerity and the truth. God, I want to do some thoughts, a quick thought lesson, going into the word piety. Yesterday I was reading the book of Timothy, the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 5, and starting with verse 4. And I want to say Salakia, I can't grab scriptures right now. I shall see, I'm driving. So basically it's just gonna be some quick thoughts on the research that I did beforehand, before making this video. You know, so if you read 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 4, it goes into widows having children or nephews, and that the nephews and children first need to have piety at home. So if you go into the word piety, you know, it's gonna it goes into being devout. You know, it goes into being devout, and that's not only for children. That's basically for as beginners in this truth, as beginners, you know, in the faith. You have to show piety, man. You have to be devout. You know, which if you go into the word devout, it goes into making a vow, which we are not supposed to make a vow, but we do have a vow with Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, that we are soldiers for Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, that we will do the will in sincerity and truth for Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, you know. So it goes into being under a vow, but then it goes into being zealous, you know, and discreet. It goes into being disciplined, basically, you know, and determined. God, that's the word I was looking for. Determined. To be determined to do what you ought to do in this truth, you know. So that's what it all begins with, man. You know, and now a quick thought jumps in my mind is there was this dude in the camp, and he was not determined at all, man. He was not determined at all. He was like 5 months in the camp, and I told him, like, hey, why you don't have a channel yet? Don't you want to make videos and stuff? And then he said, well, I'm not 6 months in the camp yet. You know, referring to the rant that the Apostle Tahar had on GMS members, you know, that are in the truth. They have to make 3 videos a week, you know. And if you 6 months in the truth, in the camp, then you gotta make you know, you gotta look up man of the Lord that can teach this truth better, so you can also make videos. So his excuse was like, we call him Pamper Boy. His excuse was like, well, I'm not 6 months in the camp yet, so I don't have to make videos yet. The Apostle Tahar said that, so he twisted it like that. And I was looking at you like, so only because you don't have to, you don't want to. So you're not determined then. Why are you actually in this truth then? You know, you are not willing to make videos. You're not willing to push this truth out for Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai out of yourself. You know, there has to be a date when you have to start, and then you only then you are willing to do this truth. So this guy was not determined. You know, as soon as he caught a little hell, he dropped out, he fell out. And this dude was very weak, man. He was very weak. You know, that's why we call him Pamper Boy, man. He was still in his pampers. You know, so that's not the spirit, man. That's an example that has been set up amongst our brethren. You know, the brothers of GMS Holland, And he was an example, man, about someone that's not determined, someone that's not willing to change and to adapt, you know. So the important thing is to have when you come in this truth is piety, man. A zeal, a determination to really want a thing. You know, if you go into the book of 1 John, it speaks about we're supposed to assure ourselves before the Most High. Now, if you go into the word assure, it means to make it to try to please one, and to try to make friends with someone. Now, you know, back in the days, you know, if you was a popular kid at school, you know, you had these dudes always trying to, you know, please you or buy things for you, and you know, wanting to chill with you, and basically, you know, go up in the you know what I'm trying to say. This is how you gotta be with the Most High, man. You gotta be well pleasing to the Most High. You gotta think on everything that you do. You gotta think upon the Most High. If the Most High would be pleased by the way you are acting, or if the Most High would be pleased by the way you conduct yourself, you know, you gotta think upon that first and foremost, constantly, man. Because we gotta assure ourselves before the Most High. We gotta try to let the Most High like us, man. You know, because in Sirach chapter 2, verse 5, I believe it says, acceptable men are going through the furnace of adversity, man. So you're gonna wanna be an acceptable man in the sight of the Most High, man. You want to be acceptable in the sight of the Most High. So in order to become acceptable, you gotta win the Most High's acceptance, man. And that starts off by having piety, man. Determination, a zealous spirit for this truth, really wanting to do this truth, really wanting to push this truth, really wanting to please Yahweh Shai, man. You know, if you have in your mind that, well, I'm not 6 months in the truth yet, so I don't have to make videos yet. If you have that in your mind, then you hella bugged out, man. Then you are not determined. Then you don't have piety. Then you don't have a zeal for the Most High. Then you don't think upon basically the spiritual vow that we have with the Most High, that we will push this truth. You know, because a vow goes into swearing, you know, and to basically swear that you will do this thing. But spiritually, we are swearing, man, that we will continue in this truth, man. Because if you don't continue in this truth, that's destruction for you anyway. You know, if you don't keep that vow, that's destruction for you anyway. So this is the vow that we have with Yahweh Shai, man, to push this truth in sincerity, to keep pushing this truth, and to pray that we may continue, man, and that not an evil spirit jumps upon us, you know, that we may grow each and every day, you know. But like I said, man, it starts off with your determination in this truth, man. If you don't feel any determination, if you don't feel any, you know, zeal for this truth, then you're really not in the truth, man. You know, ain't nobody gotta tell you to make videos, man. This is something, it's supposed to be out of yourself, man. This is supposed to come out of your own spirit, man. When I came in the truth, the Apostle Tahar was not getting upon brothers to make videos, man. The Apostle Tahar was not getting on brothers. But as soon as I got circumcised, I went to do sit-downs, man. You know, I went to do sit-downs because I wanted to spread this truth, man. I started off with Dutch lessons, you know, but for me it's quite difficult to teach in Dutch. Of course it's possible, but I find it kind of difficult to teach in Dutch, because even in Dutch we use a lot of English words, you know. Plus I read the scriptures in English, so to explain it in English is kind of better, you know. Otherwise I need to use the Dutch Bible. But hey, you know, y'all rat us out through the spirit, you know. As now I'm talking about it, as I'm supposed to make more Dutch videos too, Anyway, I started off with that, then jumped on the English, and nobody ever had to tell me to make videos, man. You know, and I know multiple brothers like that, man. They just make the videos. You know, a brother just came in the camp, and he has a channel. He has a channel all of a sudden. You know, he never said like, yeah, I don't have to make videos yet. That's garbage, man. That's a garbage ass spirit, man. That's not a discreet. That's not a determined spirit. It's like I keep mixing up discreet and determined. That's not a determined spirit, man. If you are determined, you are ready to basically to put your life on the line for this one thing, man. Which that's what we are, man. That's what we are, man. We are ready to put our lives on the line, man. But then you have dudes like Pamper Boy. It's pathetic, man. It's really pathetic, man. You have only one job, and this, you know what's funny? This dude thought he could just be in the camp, you know, and last in the camp by only holding signs, shut up his mouth, and just stand there every Saturday, and that's it. You know, he was not beneficial for the camp in no way. You know, and we got on him and told him that he's supposed to be beneficial. He's supposed to play his part and to do the things that he ought to do in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, to grow. You know, but instead of growing, he was hiding his talent in a napkin. You know, let me just be a sign holder, and then when the Lord comes, you know, I show him this one talent that I received, which is holding the sign. That's not the right spirit, man. You're supposed to multiply your talents. You're supposed to grow. You know, and through the spirit, man, I had a conversation with the brother Araya. It's a deaf brother. He does. He teaches in sign language. And this is through the spirit, man. I think it's like 3 or 4 years ago. I had a conversation with him, and he said like, yeah, I don't know what my talent is because I'm not able to hear the videos. You know, I'm not able to hear the videos of the brothers online, so I'm not able to grow that fast. You know, so I said, hey man, maybe your talent is the Hebrew, man. I told him like, you should go into the Hebrew and study the Hebrew, because you don't need videos for that. Just go into the Hebrew and examine it and study it. Learn to write Hebrew. Learn to go into the Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew, the Assyrian Hebrew. You know, make prayers in the Hebrew. Hey, and it didn't happen right then and there. But now fast forward 3-4 years later, the man is heavy in the Hebrew, man. A spirit jumped on him. This spirit jumped on him, man. Not a spirit. This spirit jumped on him to make these Hebrew prayers, man, and to strengthen the brothers and to uplift the brothers with Hebrew words and the meanings thereof. You know, writing them in the Hebrew, making prayers, making, you know, notes for brothers to write down. You know, of course there's some mistakes here and there, but you know, he's showing a great determination in something that he didn't know that he had in him. You know, so if you show determination in this truth, the Most High will bless you with gifts also, man. That's why the scripture says, neglect not the gift that is in you, man. So when you know you have a certain gift, when you know you have a certain talent given God from the Most High, you know, some man is prophesying, teaching, some man is to speaking tongues, you know, to know a lot of languages. If you know a lot of languages, you have to make videos in those languages, man. You know, don't push that gift on the side and say like, yeah, I'm not feeling like doing it. You know, I don't feel like making videos in this language because it's stupid or something like that. Actually, the thing that I just said myself, man. So with this, I rebuke myself also about not feeling, you know, like teaching in the Dutch because I don't, you know, I'm not able to speak the things that I want to. I just have to do it, man. Don't neglect the gift that is within you, man. If the Most High has given you a certain gift, do it, man, and use it. You know, if you are able to go into the Hebrew, help brothers out, man. Go into the Hebrew, let them study the Hebrew with you and teach them. You know, things like that, man. Be determined, man. That's the important thing in this truth, that you do what the Most High wants you to do, and that you use the gifts that the Most High has given you. You know, and grow. Instead of having that lazy pamper boy type of spirit. Yeah, I'm not 6 months in the camp yet, so that I don't have to make videos yet. Man, if you was really in the spirit, you would want to make videos, man. No one has to tell you to make videos. If that's already the case, then you're really not in the spirit, man. If someone has to tell you like, hey, yo, make videos, man. You know? So that's something to think about. You know, brothers that walk in this truth, that have this, you know, laid back spirit. The spirit of, I don't have to yet. Or, you know, 3 videos a week is too much. If you have a spirit like that, you need to go on a fast and pray, man. Because the yoke that we are under is easy, man. Yahushua said it. It's an easy yoke, man. You know, the thing we gotta be in this truth is be humble, extremely humble. You know, like a child. You know, and be disciplined and have faith, man. Because if you have faith and you are disciplined, let's start off with faith, man. If you have faith, you will keep the laws. You will keep the ways of Yahushua to the best of your ability. If you don't have faith, you're gonna say like, yeah, we don't have to keep the law. You know, that's with these Christians, man. You know, but he that has faith will keep the law, man. You know, because the Most High said, shall we therefore make void of the law? The Most High forbid, man. We should not make void of the law. So from faith comes discipline, you know, to do what the Most High wants you to do, you know, which is keeping his ways, man. What is love? To keep the commandments. That's the love, man, for the Most High, you know. So that's the faith, you know. And then the discipline comes, and with the discipline you can do the things that the Most High wants you to do, which is also to prophesy, man, and to bring out this truth, to do the things that are necessary for this word to be spread around the 4 corners of the earth, you know. So if you go into that word discipline, it goes into having a zeal, you know, being determined in this truth, and you will be able to help other brothers out also, man. If a brother is struggling with his videos, or struggling with teaching, the way to teach, tell him to pray, you know, and or pray for the brother, and help him out with the things that you know, man. Because this is a cycle, man. We learn and we teach. The things that you have learned, you need to teach the brothers that come up after you, man. That's just how it goes, you know. So that's it, man. You gotta have piety, man. You gotta have you gotta have determination, man. You gotta be determined to do this truth, to push this truth. And nobody is supposed to tell you to make videos, man. This is supposed to be in your spirit, you know. This is supposed to be, you know, in your mind. As soon as you come in this truth, really, man, as soon as you come in this truth, and nobody's supposed to tell you anything like, hey, you should make videos, why you're not doing anything, you know. So think about that, meditate upon that. And for brothers that see brothers in this type of spirit, we use the scriptures, man, you know, because the scriptures are made for rebuke, reproof, edification, exhortation. So use that, you know, to build up brothers in his faith, you know. So with that, I want to say, Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakakadash, Shalom to the elect.